What's up, guys? Welcome to Blake's Garage. Today I am in the BMW M4 and I'm gonna get rid of some of this fishbowl action we got here. A local shop just popped up right next to CA Tuned, and I was talking to them after their open house, and I gotta do something about this window tint. In the summertime, this thing just bakes on you like coming home from Thunderhill or something like that. These giant windows in the coupe, like they really like just take their toll with the heat and that sort of thing. So we're gonna take care of that today. Pretty excited to see how it's gonna turn out. I'm not gonna go super dark. Like, I'm not going freaking murdered out status. I think that's a little ridiculous. I actually kind of hate that look. Like 5% I think is kind of garbage in my opinion. You guys let me know down below, but I think it looks like you're like trying to hide something, and it's just too dark at night. It's not easy to see at night. This car has the tinted mirrors and the tinted side mirrors, which is awesome. The auto dimming is what I mean. And so I don't have any issues at nighttime with visibility as it is. So I'd like to keep it like that. Ceramic tint all around, I guess. And yeah, that's gonna make a huge difference on heat. Let me know down below what you guys prefer for tint, and then you'll see what I end up doing. You're gonna be seeing me do quite a few exterior mods to the M4. I really want to get this thing dialed the way that I like it, so we'll get to that. The thing is quick enough. It's pretty fun. I like this car a lot. It goes decent.
Prepare to bear right. Please proceed to the
Alright.
route.
Pulling up right now. Get in here. Here it is. So I got to get some outside shots of the car right now. Here is the glass non-tinted. So you can see very visible and fishbowl-y. See those beautiful carbon fiber headrests. That is the one disadvantage. You're not really going to see my fancy looking carbon fiber stuff in there, but whatever. No one really sees it. It's all good. Back of the car, as you can see, straight through it. And we'll see, maybe doing something on the front. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to him about that. We will see. But overall, this car looks freaking badass. So Elmer's gonna tint this thing up, get it all looking good. What are we gonna be using today?
Today we'll be using our global ceramic film.
Cool.
So, and you said you wanted to go with 35%, is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. I'll double check and make sure that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I'll pull out all the shades, that way you could take a look.
Cool.
This is gonna be our, say right here.
But so the percentage is basically how much light it's letting through, right? So
Yeah,
5%
so
it's only letting 5% of light through, 35% it's letting 35% of light through.
Yeah, so the lower the number, pretty much the darker it is.
Yeah.
And so actually this right here is actually gonna be our 35% that you wanted to take a look at that and see if that's what.
Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Cool. What's this one here?
This is gonna be our, I believe 20. Yeah, so it's gonna be the next level down.
Yeah.
Darker.
Yeah, we'll do 35% in the rears, and maybe a little lighter in the front, if you have something. I don't know. We're gonna go with 35% in the rear, and we're gonna do 50s on the front. I didn't want it to go 35 all the way around because I don't want it to be super tinted like I told you guys. So just a little less visible to the cops, that sort of thing. This car is already pretty flashy, and I run no plate and all that. So there's plenty of reasons to pull me over, and I figure that's just one less. So Elmer's got these little tabs here. If you guys don't know the secret for this, you gotta flick this like the door is closed. That way your window glass goes all the way up. If you guys are ever wondering like how to detail that spot of the window, that is the trick for that. But you must remember to unlatch the door before slamming it shut, or else you're gonna do some damage to your car, so don't do that. This has a protective coating, right, that you pull off right before you put it on. pretty much got this thing dialed in on the rear. Took all of the, well, basically little wrinkles out, doing that by shaping it with the heat gun. So they do this on the outside, rear windshield, basically all of the glass, but this is gonna go inside. So some people see this process and they think, oh, it's going on the outside, that's weird. No, it goes on the inside. This is just so it makes life easy and you have the shape of the glass already ready to go. Also, you'll kind of see that, you know, in certain areas, it's a little bit longer or shorter. You would think it goes to the full edges of the glass. You don't have to, because it kind of this dot matrix look right here on the outside, that little black look, you only have to go up to that, and then it basically just blends in with the rear and looks nice and good. We're going a little lighter. We're going with a 50%, I think, right? 50?
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, 50% in the front. So it's not going to look the same all the way around, but it will draw a little bit less attention to, hey, my front windows are tinted, because we are in California. We're going to do the same to the front glass as well. So it'll look pretty sweet. It's definitely going to block out a lot of that sunlight, which is going to be real nice. It's going to keep the car a lot cooler. So that'll be awesome. Getting this one dialed so you guys can kind of see, you know, basically how much the tint is. Now this is cranked up a little bit on the exposure, so it's actually a little bit darker. You can see the paint kind of a little overexposed, but he's just kind of working it in there, trying to get the bubbles in the dot matrix out, make it look nice. Side one is basically done right now. He is doing the final cleanup, which is super important, of the rear window, getting it looking nice. Probably the last time we'll see those little carbon fiber headrests, but hey, that's okay. This is what you don't want to see, but this is what you see before it's installed properly. So it's just put on there. And as you can see, they'll slowly add a little bit of spray in there. And then as they do that, they'll squeegee it out, and this thing's gonna look great. You're not gonna see any bubbles or anything like that. It's gonna look pro. All right, got the back windows dialed. Now, in California, you need to check your local laws and things most important part is getting that thing super freaking clean, or else we'll be seeing stuff forever. Gotta cut around the rear view mirror and all that stuff. Roll this up, transfer it over, and get it put in. Alright guys, so I'm loving the way it's looking. 50% on the front windshield and front windows, which is pretty good. You can still see through them, so it's not super obvious that it's tinted, but it does definitely look darker. This is also like a little bit, I would say, overexposed. I'm not that white. So the backs are 35 and ceramic all around. Looks really good. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yep.
So it's all dialed, 50% up in the front, even this front windshield. The sides, 35% in the rears here. Looks really good. Gotta leave the windows up for a while, which is fine, but yeah, I can already tell how much light that kind of cuts out if you see between here and here. Hopefully it's not too dark at night. I think it should be fine with the 50%. But I'm super excited to not be getting toasted in the summertime. It's gonna be nice to come out to a car that's not as hot. It'll still be hot though. I'm gonna leave a link down in the description. If you guys are in the Sacramento area, check them out. They are a newer shop, but they do a great job. Definitely have a great attention to detail. So yeah, check it out, guys. So I love the way it looks inside of here. It feels like a whole different car, really. Just being in the cockpit, if you will, just feels, I don't know, a little more tinted, if you will, which totally makes sense. It's just a little bit more discreet, I guess. I don't feel the sun coming in. I don't, like, from my side right now. Normally the sun would be baking on me. Like, my hand doesn't look like it's melting off, which is very nice. I also don't think that it's over the top at all with the 50% all the way around on the front and at 35. I don't know if the 50% is that noticeable. It's noticeable that there's something there, but it doesn't look like I'm like totally trying to hide something or something along those lines. So I'm super happy with it. Those guys did a great job. They really cared and gave it real good attention to detail. Did have to like redo the front windshield once, which is totally cool, and that just shows that they go above and beyond and then just go, it's good enough, that sort of thing. So that's really awesome. Thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we'll see more of this car coming up. Make sure to subscribe, guys, if you have not. Later, and wrench on.